You asked a question about the future of digital storytelling. I think there are a couple of things that come to mind for me. One is that we've gone through this cycle of the dot-com boom and bust. And a lot of the dot-com obviously was an exercise in seeing if there was an economy inside all these new media tools. And I think in many ways the civic component of what this was all about, the web, low-cost digital media appliances, really, software and hardware, and the availability of all sorts of new devices of communication that people could share things with, that the civic purpose of all this, i.e. how it can be used by communities, educators, government, and in a sense businesses that are in the business of serving people. My sense is digital storytelling is just about to be of its time as we see shifts to rebuild the economies we have, but to really take a kind of longer look at these new tools as part of our life process and the ways that all of these things that we do to make ourselves healthy and whole, whether it's recovering from our sicknesses or recovering from our addictions or in a sense just looking at our lives and the lives of the people that passed before us. All of those things I think are best served in a kind of civic purpose, and digital storytelling is the best tool I found to do that with it. Having said that, you mentioned this idea that there is a founding energy that Dana represented and what Dana, his work is about, and where does that go now? And Dana Atchley to me was a kind of unique person in a time, informed so much by the 60s arts movement, but also kind of informed by his father's Connecticut Yankee attitude of playing with gadgets. That, his kind of going out with the dot-com boom was almost an appropriate end to something that the memory of which is going to be, I think, increasingly inspirational, not less. I think the way this festival, the sixth festival, differs from the fifth, is that there was a sense that we were doing all this to kind of get over, and maybe in a big economic way, to make the big bucks that were to be made. And now I think it's a kind of realization that we're in it for a long haul, and that to create the next Dana Atchley, to create the next perfect example of digital storytelling, it's going to be a generational shift. It's going to be someone maybe 10 or 15 years from now. And while our work is about is creating the context, the fields, the exits along the highway, where those people can find their voice and give us the kinds of stories and kind of the great pieces of digital storytelling in the future. So I don't think it's one person. I think it's all of us working to make that possible.